coming up on Decoded.
Intelligence is key, because I also don't want my kids to be to be dumb.
Get into situationships. I become very, very flattered. So many different people.
Height, I may be short, but I still like tall guys.
Like I will forget about Igbo. Like Igbo. Like I thought what happened?
What is it that men and women find attractive in a potential spouse? Jade, Cindy and Ian share their thoughts.
I think for me the most important thing that attracts me to a guy is ambition. I think ambition is like very, very, very attractive. Like someone who knows, this is where I want to go in like 3 years, this is where I want to be, so that now, as in even if it's like a long-term plan, you break it down, short-term plan, these are my goals, these are my objectives, and this is how I'm going to achieve them. So because I think when you find someone who's ambitious, it doesn't matter whether they have money or not, because you know that this is someone who is hardworking and who will get whatever they put their mind to.
The first thing which attracts me to a guy is intelligence. I'm a sapiosexual, and for me intelligence is key, because I also don't want my kids to be to be dumb.
Alright, so what makes me attracted to a girl? The initial step is usually how beautiful she is. Step after that is usually how her personality is, how she is as a person, what values she holds. Is she interesting? Can I hold a conversation with you? And a make or break is how much ambitious she is with her own life, because in the sense that I, being a man, I need someone who can actually keep me on track.
I think the other person also needs to be God-fearing, because I'm very religious and I'm very spiritual, so I'd want my partner to also be the same.
Another thing, of course, height. I may be short, but I still like tall guys. It is actually a weakness.
And you need to know how to dress well. Hey, doesn't matter. Like it's a thing, it's a weakness. I'm not saying I'm the best dressed woman on the planet, but you need to look nice. You need also to smell nice.
How do you move on from a long-lasting relationship?
Relationships are hard.
The first thing I do to move on is that I get into situationships. I become very, very flattered with so many different people. I may find that after dating with this one person for a particular period of time, I can date like 3 or 4 at the same time. And then I get bored. And then, after that, I just move on, because I've gotten the attention out of it. I've removed my own emotional investment out of it. Yeah, that's how literally I move on.
I have this friend of mine I call every time I break up with someone. She's my confidant. I will cry and she'll just let me cry. She'll give me advice, which I don't follow. Because she'll tell me, don't call him. And I'll just call him and tell him I miss him. Very bad person. But anyway, I'm like that. I'll try and block the person, but most times I just unblock them after a few hours, because I'll be tempted. I stalk them. I stalk their social media. I'm a stalker.
Moving on from an ex, of course there's the usual cliches. You cry. I'm a big crier, so that is obvious. You cry. You watch sad movies, you listen to sad songs, you eat. And then after all that, I think I just cut off all connections. I delete everything. I delete all the messages, everything, your number, everything. That just goes to show I'm done, so that I don't get tempted to call back, to Dini.
And then when I'm done, I am done. I won't even call you. But before I'm done, it will take a long time. I don't think I'm a rebound type of chick. But if someone comes along the way, that's how I move on completely. Like when I meet a new guy, like I will forget about you, Ivo. Like Ivo. Like I told Shanga, Kwani, what happened? Like he happened. Anyway, so.
Finally, we share our experiences on a time we were into someone and they were not so quite into us.
So there was this guy that I liked, Kitambo, and I thought that he liked me back. So we were seeing each other for a while. Then it reached a point, because he had told me before we started seeing each other, if I may call it, that he was not fully broken up with his ex. So anyway, eventually they ended up splitting up. So continued seeing each other. Then now, like after like things were getting a bit serious. So kumbe all this time he was not into me. He was just, I don't know, like just stringing me along for whatever reasons best known to him. So and even my friends would see it and tell me that, you know, this guy, he ain't shit. And of course you're like, oh no, you guys, you don't understand. You give all sorts of excuses. But anyway, eventually I came to realize that what they were telling me was true. Yeah.
I've been to a scenario once whereby I really liked this girl and I was not sure if she liked me back. And being one of a personality whereby I just like indulging someone, we used to have very nice conversations, but I got to realize over time that she was not really into me the way I was into her, because I find that she wanted a lot of favors, which was quite unusual. She's like, oh, she calls me, oh, hello, Ian, where are you? I'm stuck, please send me money. I was like, okay sir, let me just send you money. Oh, Ian, I need a favor, or Ian, take me for lunch with my friends. Then she comes up with her friends. So Ian, do this for me. And then I got to realize, you know what, this thing is not mutual. And then after that, there's a point she got me where I got to a point where I got to realize this was very, very interesting. So it was an evening, she calls me, and I think she was out with her friends, and then she tells me, oh, you're stuck, we have a bill, and then to come and pay for us. I was like, really? That's when I knew, no, this thing is not mutual. So after that, I just switched off my phone, and after that, I stopped picking her calls, and yeah, life just continued.